Long ago, in the days of Book of Genesis, there lived a woman named Hagar. She was an Egyptian servant to Sarah and her husband Abraham. Though Hagar was only a servant in the household, God would use her story to reveal one of his most comforting names, Elroii, meaning the God who sees me. At that time, Abraham and Sarah had waited many years for the child God had promised them. But Sarah remained barren, and in her frustration, she made a painful decision. She gave Hagar to Abraham so that Hagar could bear a child on Sarah's behalf, according to the custom of that time. Hagar becomes pregnant with Abraham's child. Suddenly, the power dynamics shift. Hagar begins to look down on her barren mistress. Sarah feels disrespected in her own home. The tension explodes. Sarah treats Hagar so harshly that Hagar makes a life-threatening choice. She runs away into the wilderness. Picture this, a pregnant woman, alone in the desert with no food, no protection, and no plan. Hagar stops by a spring of water on the road to Shur. She's exhausted, frightened, and probably wondering if she'll survive. Then something extraordinary happens. The angel of the Lord finds her there. He asks where she's coming from and where she's going. Hagar answers honestly. She's running from her mistress Sarah. The angel tells her something difficult. Go back and submit to Sarah. But then he gives her a promise that changes everything. He promises that her descendants will be too numerous to count. He tells her she'll have a son and must name him Ishmael, which means God hears, because the Lord has heard her misery. This moment transforms Hagar's understanding of God. Hagar responds with words that echo through Scripture. She gives God a name that no one had used before. She calls him Elroii, which means the God who sees me. Listen to her words from Genesis 16:13. She says, "You are the God who sees me. I have now seen the one who sees me." Think about the significance here. Hagar is a foreign slave woman with no status or power, yet God pursues her into the wilderness. He speaks to her directly. He makes promises to her. He sees her when everyone else overlooks her. This encounter reveals something profound about God's character. He notices the marginalized. He cares about the forgotten. He sees the invisible. Hagar names the well Bir Lahai Roi, which means the well of the living one who sees me. It becomes a landmark, a reminder of God's compassion. That place became a testimony that God sees the hurting, the abandoned, and the weary. Hagar's story reminds believers that no one is invisible before God. Whether in sorrow, confusion, loneliness, or hardship, God remains Elroii, the God who sees every tear and every struggle. Hagar returns to Abraham's household and gives birth to Ishmael. Her story reminds us that no matter how alone we feel, God sees us. When you're running from pain, when you feel invisible, when nobody seems to care, remember Hagar's discovery. You serve Elroii, the God who truly sees you. Ishmael got married and a daughter and 12 sons who became rulers. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.